Okay, so this is what we are going to be making. This classic paper dragon with its extendable wings and flap and its little head and tail. And we will start this by using a classic piece of printer paper. Try to get this in line with the plane. Just a second. A classic piece of printer paper. And what we want to do first is we want to make this into a square. So we'll start that by taking this corner and folding it to somewhere over there. And we want to make sure, so it's like a nice triangle, if you can know this part. And the edge goes along there. And then you want to take this part, and fold it over. And you want it to be right on the edge of this without folding over it. And then you want to open it up and unfold everything. I have to get my scissors. And you want to cut along this line that we just folded. And we can just throw this piece of paper away. We don't need it for anything. But this paper, however, is what we're going to use for the dragon. This regular square piece of paper. Now, you can also use sticky notes to make this, like how I just carry sticky notes around with me. But sticky notes are very small and are not very good for demonstrations, so we're using this printer paper. And the next thing you want to do is you want to take this point and fold over right here. So like this. And then you want to unfold and then flip it over so it looks like an X, or an X. You see the X like that, and you want to be pointy like a mountain when you do this next part. See how it points up a little bit? What you want to do is you want to take this and you want to press it down and fold it over. So it makes a little rectangle with a little triangle going up to this part. And then you want to unfold. And you want to fold over like this on the other side. Perpendicular to your last fold. It's a fancy word, but then you want to take this weird looking shape and make sure I get this one in frame. This is actually my second shoot because my first one was out of frame a lot. You want to pinch this part and pinch it a lot, and you want to bring this part right here along this line right here. So you want to compress it so it's kind of pointy, and you want to make sure make this line and this line touch like that, and bring this edge down like that. And then you want to do the same thing with this side, where you fold it in like that, where it's pointing out, and then this part down to this part, and then this part down. It's getting kind of cramped, but you want to compress it all so it is nice and flat. And it should look something like this. We have this one top wide flap and this bottom wide flap, and then these two little, like I call them pincer flaps. And the next thing you want to do is you want to take this and you want to fold over. You can see this line right here in the center. You want to fold it up like this. so that and fold the other side exactly the same. So it's kind of pointing down. It's pointing to this part that can open. See how it's pointing away from this one closed part? You can't open this part, but you can open this part. And we're pointing in that direction. And then you want to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. You want to make sure it aligns like this. So you'll have this neat little shape, this little like kind of diamond looking thing. And you want to unfold this part and unfold this part. So you're back to the square but with these little crease marks. And you want to open this top flap, not all this partially folded stuff down here, just the one flap of paper. You just want to get it open as wide as it can go. Here, like this. And then you want this edge to go along the middle right there. And so you're going to press it in. And you want this part sticking out, or this part folding out to fold in. So you will press it like that. And so it folds in. And then you want to take this edge right here and fold it over so it too goes along the center line. And then you want to flatten it. And then you want to do the same side. The same thing with the other side. Where you take this edge and fold along the center line. And then press this part in. And then fold this thing along the center line. And then fold it down. Make sure it is all flat. And then you want to do the same thing with the other side. So you open this, and you open this, and you take open the very top flap. You can take open this part, which you don't want to do, or this part, which you also don't want to do. Just this one little paper. Just one little paper. And you want to do the same thing you do the other side. You bring this along the center. Fold it over. Press this along there. Press that in. And bring this along. You see this little crease you made? You can fold it along that crease. And then same thing with the side. Press this in along there. Push this in. Fold this down. And you make it all nice and flat. And then you want to take, and okay, first we'll see that we still have the two wide flaps and the two pincer flaps. They're just a bit more pointy now. And now we want to take this part up right at its widest. And you want to fold it up like that. You want to go to the other side. And you want to do the same thing. You fold it up. So you have this little small triangle in the middle. And then the two wide flaps. And then the two thin flaps. Like this. And then you want to take these things. And you want to fold them over like this. And you want to line it up with this triangle in the middle. Like that. Did my face come into view right there? That's probably not important. Okay. And then you want to go to the other side and fold it like that. Just like the other side. So they look identical. And match. And then you want to go to this part where it's all pointing down, all slanting down, and you want to open it up as wide as it can go. So it's nice and flat, nice and flat. And then you want to see right at its widest point, you want to fold it up and then flatten it. Flatten it. That might be out of frame, so right at its widest point, fold it up and then flatten it. And then you want to pinch this part and push this part down like this. And I like to do about maybe half an inch, maybe a third of an inch right there, just a little gap from here to the bottom. And these will be the little dragon Legos, or not Legos, the legs, little dragon leggies. And when I go to the other side, you can do the same thing. We open it up like that, as wide as it can go. And you want to take it, and you want to fold up right at its widest point, like that. And then you just flatten it, and pinch it right here, and then grab it right here, and push it down, and then flatten it all. This part, the part that I just did, was probably the most difficult. We have to push it down. So maybe leave a comment if it's complicated, and I might make a separate video about how exactly you do it. And maybe not, I don't know. And then you want to do the same thing with this side. You're going to make the head along this part. So you open it up nice and wide, and then you fold down just a little bit, You're like a third of the way. And then you close it. So it's got a little stump right there. And then you want to pinch it right here, right at this corner. And you want to pinch this, and you want to drag it out, like that. So you have yourself a nice little dragon. You can open its wings and flap it. And then you can take a pencil, and you can make little eyes on it. And this one can be, I don't know what we should name him. I'll just put name. And no, maybe you can comment a name. Can't think of anything at the moment. I guess I'm out of creativity from example dragon being named Mr. Dragoon. I'm getting a bit off topic now. For the back, comment if you want me to give a name to it. Maybe not. Probably don't care. Just origami folding guy. So there is dragon, and you are now done with your dragon. So you can continue, show people the dragon, whatever. It's your dragon. Hey, see ya.